I tumbled down the freeway, stayed in my own lane, and when I stopped, then I crawled off the freeway so I wouldn't get hit by somebody else.
Kevin Jefferson's motorcycle ride on I-90 today nearly ended in disaster when a 16-year-old driving a stolen car flew past him and crashed into a Yukon, leaving Kevin with only one choice: hit the brakes and then hit the Yukon. Now the chase and crash started in Hayden, Idaho, and then ended on I-90 just before Park. Idaho State Police say it all started when they tried to stop a car for a hit-and-run accident here along Hayden Avenue. Now they called off the search, and the next time the car was seen was over here in Post Falls when it got back onto the freeway. Well, the chase was back on after that point, going up the freeway over the state line into Spokane. But it was here at Pines Road, that the troopers called off their pursuit. But other troopers were setting a trap just west of them, west of Argonne, by blocking the westbound lanes right there. The stolen car, though, swerved to avoid the troopers and continued west in the eastbound lanes, going the wrong way. Now, this ended just before Park Road when that stolen car slammed into an SUV right there. KXLY4's Annie Bishop is live at I-90. Now, Annie, you talked to the motorcyclist and one terrified driver.
And they are certainly stories you would never, ever want to experience. Not only was this kid driving the wrong way on I-90, but investigators say he was reaching speeds up to 100 miles an hour. That alone certainly should have been enough for a bad outcome, but somehow, some way, no one was hurt today.
Lucky. I feel lucky.
Just look at Kevin Jefferson and you'll know why.
I scraped up my knees. I was wearing a helmet and a good leather jacket.
An hour before this interview, he was riding his motorcycle eastbound on I-90 when this now mangled red car was heading right towards him. It zipped past Michelle's car.
I'd say probably like that. About like that. Pretty close.
She was taking her son to school.
He was going faster than I was, I would think, and I was going like 59, 60, so he was going fast.
Between 80 and 100 miles an hour. Spokane Sheriff deputies tried to block the car on the freeway, but the 16-year-old driver went around the patrol cars. The team lost control and slammed into a white SUV and right into Jefferson's path.
I didn't get a chance to get off my throttle or hit the brakes or anything. I just nailed it. And then I got thrown off.
He tumbled, then crawled off the freeway.
I was surprised.
But certainly not scared. It all happened too fast, he says. And after all, he's a landscaper.
You can't hurt landscapers, they're tough.
After the driver and his two passengers crashed, they ran along the freeway, trying to escape. They didn't get far, however. A Spokane County Sheriff's deputy quickly arrested the three at gunpoint. As the kids now get a ride to jail, Kevin Jefferson has to find his own ride home.
I live in Snohomish, so that's the bad part.
And the freeway was closed for more than 2 hours as investigators tried to clean up this mess. Police have identified the driver as 16-year-old Christopher Hooper. There was a 13 and 14-year-old passenger in that car. We're told the 13-year-old passenger stole the car from his mother's home in Spokane. All three will most likely face felony charges both in Washington and in Idaho. Reporting live along I-90, Annie Bishop, KXLY4.